Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. So in this video I will show you the solution to sample problem that I give in the video where I discuss about transformations of signal. So the first problem is shown here, okay, where you are asked to sketch y of t as x of t undergoes time shift, okay, by -1, and the second one you are asked to sketch y of t as x of t experience time shift of +2. Okay, so let's have a look at this example. Okay, and also x of t is given, okay, as shown in this graph, where x of t is a triangular signal. Okay, so if we try to solve this, okay, so for the question number 1, okay, y of t equals to x t minus 1. Okay, so this one actually means the signal, okay, is shift, okay, signal is shift to the right. Okay, so if you ask to the right by 1 second. Okay, so if we are to sketch this graph, okay, the amplitude will be the same, okay, which is 1. So let's say 1 over here, okay, and this is 0, 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 2. Okay, so here you have 1, you have 2, 3. The amplitude is 1. Okay, so when the signal x of t, okay, when this signal here is shift to the right by 1 second, okay, so means you will have a 0 value, okay, until -1. Okay, because this 2 second here, this 2 second here is shift to the right now, okay, by 1 second. And the amplitude now, instead of occurring at 0, it will occur at 1 second. Okay, so the amplitude will occur here, and this end here, the end of the signal, okay, instead of occurring at 2 seconds, it will happen at 3 seconds. Okay, so at 3 here, it will become 0 again. Okay, so you will have the signal like this. Okay, after time shifting by 1 second. Okay, so if we look at number 2, you have y of t equals to x of t plus 2. Okay, this simply means that the signal, okay, is shift to the left by 2 seconds. Okay, so if you are to draw this, that, so this is t and this is y of t. Okay, so now you have here 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, so you shift, okay, let me just delete this part here. and now you shift everything here, okay, to the left by 2 seconds. Okay, so it means you have 0 value, okay, until -4. And now the amplitude of 1, instead of occurring at 0, it will occur at -2. Okay, and the signal, okay, will start to become 0 again. Instead of at 2 seconds, it will become 0 again at 0 second here. So you have a signal that looks like this. Okay, now this is after undergoing 2 seconds of time shift to the left. Okay, now let's look at problem number 2. Okay, so for problem number 2, you are given this graph, okay, x of t, and you are asked to sketch, okay, x of minus t, x of minus t plus 2, and x of minus t minus 2. Okay, so let's have a look at the problem one by one. So for question number 1, it's a single transformation, right, which is time inversion. Okay, time inversion. So if we are to draw this, so the amplitude will remain the same. 1, so you have 2 and you have 1. Okay, so because you invert, so the left hand side will go to the right hand side. Okay, so 1 minus 1, sorry, here is -1, here is -2, 1 and 2. Okay, so it will look like this. Okay, go up to 2 at 0 and go down all the way at +2. Okay, so you get the mirror image. Okay, now let's look at the second one. Okay, so for the second one, you have x of minus t plus 2. So this one actually is multiple transformation. Okay, and there are 2 ways to solve this problem. Okay, so first how to say method, okay, or first sequence, I would say, let's call it first sequence. Okay, you can do this. Okay, x of t, you do time shift first. Okay, time shift of say t plus 2. Okay, and so you will get x of t plus 2. After you do time shifting, then you do time inversion of t minus t. Okay, so it will become minus t plus 2. Okay, so how you do that? If we plot the graph, okay, so now let's try to plot the graph. Okay, so let's say you have this axis. So, okay, let me just draw over here. This is the axis, and you want to shift the entire graph to the left. Sorry, yeah, to the left, yeah. Okay, so you will have zero, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, oops, minus 4. Okay, and unit amplitude, so we go to 1 and 2. Okay, so this is your original signal. You want to move everything to the left, okay, because you perform this transformation. Okay, so when you move everything to the left, you will get this. Now 2 will occur at minus 2, and then go down at minus 4. Okay, so this one after the first transformation, okay, which is time shift to the left. Now the second transformation, okay, which is time shift, which is time inversion. So you want to invert the whole thing with respect to y-axis. Okay, and then you will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so instead of at 4, it will happen at minus 4, it will happen at 4. Okay, and then this peak of 2, instead of at minus 2, it will happen at 2 seconds. Okay, and then this one will remain. Okay, so the 0 will remain, so you will get this. Okay. So this is how the signal looks like, okay, using the this sequence, okay, where you do time shift of 2 seconds to the left, and then you do inversion. So like I said, you can actually solve this problem, okay, using another method. Okay, so let's say we choose the sequence 2, okay, the second sequence. Okay, where at first I do the time inversion, okay, which is t becomes minus t, so you have x of minus t. Okay, after you perform time inversion, and then you do time shifting, okay, which but this time you cannot shift to the left anymore. Okay, instead you have to shift to the right. So t minus 2. Okay, so you will get x, okay, minus, and the whole of this t become t minus 2. Okay, so you will get x t minus t plus 2. Okay, which is the same equation as before, okay, as this one. Now let's try to plot, okay, using this sequence and see if we get the same result. Okay, so you wanted to first invert. Okay, so you will have 0, minus 1 and minus 2. Here is 1 and here is 2. Amplitude of 1 and 2. Okay, so we've done the inversion before, so it will look like this. Okay, right, this is after the first transformation. So now you do the second transformation, which is shifting the whole thing to the right by 2 seconds. Okay, so if you do that, you will get here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here is 1 and 2. So you shift this, everything you shift to the right by 2 seconds. Okay, so instead of at minus 2, it will happen at 0. Okay, so the peak, instead of at 0, it will happen at positive 2. Okay, so here, so it will go up and then go like this and then go down and become 0 again. Okay, so this, if you compare this signal, let's call this signal B, is actually equivalent to signal A, okay, that we obtain using the first sequence. Okay, so now let's look at the third transformation, okay, which is x minus t minus 2. So again, this is a multiple transformation. Okay, and similar to the one before, you can actually solve this using two method. Okay, so let's say first sequence, where you do x of t, you do time shift first. So t is shift by 2 unit, okay, to the right. After that, you do time inversion. Okay, so t becomes minus t. So you will get x, you just replace this by minus t, you get minus t minus 2. Okay, so if we plot this graph, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you have your original signal, you shift everything to the right, so you will get here's 1 and 2, something like this. Yeah, Now after you do time shifting, then you perform the second transformation, which is time inversion. Okay. Right, so you have 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay, so everything here will be inverted. So this, instead of happening at positive 4, it will happen at 4. The peak here, instead of at minus 2, it will instead of positive 2, it will be at minus 2. 1, 2, minus 2 seconds. Okay, and this one at 4, you go to 1 second, like that. Okay, so you will have a signal that looks like this. Okay, now let's call this signal C. Okay, now if we try sequence 2, sequence 2, okay, for the second, okay, where x of t, the first one you do is time inversion, minus t, so you will get x minus t. Okay, after that you perform time shifting, but this time you cannot shift to the right, you have to shift to the left. Okay, so t plus 2, so you will get x minus t plus 2, you get x minus t minus 2. Okay, now if we plot this, okay, so you invert the signal first, so you will get zero, minus 1, minus 2, 1, and 2, 1, 2. Okay, so you will get the signal that looks like this. Okay, after the inversion over here. Now next, you shift everything to the left by 2 seconds. So you have 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2. Okay, so everything shifted to the left by 2 seconds. Okay, so you start 4, therefore will go up to 1. Okay, and the peak of 2 will happen at minus 2 seconds, and then we'll go down here and end. Let's call this signal D. So if you compare signal D and signal C, okay, they are the same. Okay, right, so you follow the different sequence and different time shifting method, you will get the same result. Okay, so that's all for